What's going on, everybody? I'm Jack. This is Maisie down here. Maisie, say hi. And today I'm gonna take you through my top 5 bulking tips for all you hard gainers out there like myself who struggle to put on weight when it comes time to bulk. But let's head inside and grab our first meal. Tip number 1 for bulking is to eat early and often. So I just woke up maybe about 20 minutes ago, woke up, used the bathroom, brushed my teeth, came downstairs, fed Maisie, and now we have our first meal. In the past, I actually am a big fan of intermittent fasting, especially to kind of lose weight or control your caloric intake. But I found it was really hard for myself and my clients to gain weight when you don't have a meal for the first maybe 4 to 5 hours of your day. So I recommend eating more frequently as well as earlier in the day just to get a few more calories in. Because in order to be in a caloric surplus and be in a bulk and a gaining phase, you need to eat more calories. But for breakfast, we have an egg casserole right here. This is actually in my breakfast casserole video on my YouTube, so go ahead and check that out if you want. It's eggs, hash brown, egg whites, and some sausage, pork sausage on top. We also have a glass of orange juice, so this is gonna be meal number 1. I also recommend having more frequent meals rather than 3 big ones. I've tried to do 3 big ones. I've had clients try to do 3 big ones. A lot of times throughout that meal, you fill up really quick and you don't end up finishing that meal. So I like to break it up into maybe 3 meals and 3 or 4 snacks throughout the day. That's completely up to you as well as what fits your lifestyle and your needs. But tip number 1 is to eat early and often. I just got back from the gym and that takes me to tip number 2, which is to drink your calories, or at least drink some calories. As you guys saw in the morning, I had orange juice instead of whole oranges. On a cut, I switched to whole oranges, but when I'm on a bulk, I like to drink orange juice. It makes it a little bit easier to get down the calories. Also, I'll have a shake later in the day, a smoothie, but I have a post-workout shake. This is 2 scoops of Transparent Labs. It is the grass-fed whey isolate, and it's 28 grams of protein per serving right there, boom. 28 grams per serving, which is absolutely fantastic. So this is their milk chocolate flavor, 2 scoops with 12 ounces of almond milk. Go ahead, shake that up. And you could use whole milk if you want. I personally just like the taste of almond milk a little bit more and don't love a lot of dairy in my diet. But yeah, you could find a higher calorie almond milk or higher calorie mixture of choice. But yeah, we're gonna have a shake, boom. And this is like, yeah, 28 times 2, 56 grams of protein right here. Cheers. Tastes fantastic, just like chocolate milk. And that's a very quick and easy way to get protein and calories into your diet. So tip number 2, drink some calories. I just got back from golfing and now I need to take Maisie on a walk before I head to work, so I'm in a little bit of a rush, but that leads me to tip number 3, which is to prep some meals. So in the fridge, I actually have some meal prep. We have some fried rice right here I'm gonna pull out. So this is a big old bowl of rice, carrots, peas. There's also some honey sesame chicken in there for some protein. This is gonna be on my channel at some point as far as a meal prep. I didn't love the recipe, so I gotta do a little bit of tweaking to it. Also has some eggs in there, but since we're in a hurry, this takes 2 minutes. It's already prepped, already cooked, so I highly recommend prepping out some meals, especially the protein sources. If you don't wanna prep out the whole meal, at least cook up some chicken, some turkey, whatever it is to have on hand that you can just heat up with a carb source. But yeah, we're gonna throw this bad boy in the microwave for about 2 minutes, and then we have a meal. And while our meal's in the microwave, let's make a quick smoothie. And 2 minutes later, we have our fried rice heated up as well as our smoothie. This is just a mix of blueberries, mangoes, strawberries, a little bit of almond milk, a Greek yogurt, and some honey in there. I think this is like my 4th or 5th meal of the day, which means we are abiding by tip number 1, which is to eat early and often. This is also involving tip 2, which is to drink some calories. We have this big smoothie right here, full of calories, also a micronutrient bomb right here. And then yeah, tip number 3, have meals prepped. But meal prep does a lot of good. 1, it gets you to eat at home. 2, it's cheaper because you bought the groceries and you cooked the meal. 3, it's ready in a flash, so like 2 minutes in the microwave and you're done. And then 4, I mean, it's just gonna keep you on track. Meal prep is great, whether it's full meals like this, or you can just cook the protein source and then pair it with any carb source. That allows for more variety. Since you have chicken, you can pair it with pasta or rice, or make a chicken sandwich on some bread or a bun, whatever it is. But I definitely recommend meal prepping in some form or another, whether it's full meals or protein. But I'm gonna go ahead and dig into this. I'll see you guys at tip number 4. I just got back from taking Maisie on a walk. It's time for some breakfast. Another thing basically leads me to tip number 4 is to sub in for higher calorie option foods. So instead of going with egg whites like I do a lot of times on a cut, I'll go ahead and use whole eggs instead of egg whites, things like peanut butter instead of peanut butter powder, whole milk instead of skim milk, things like avocados, guacamole. There's all kinds of nuts that are very high volume. I love almonds. These Smokehouse Blue Diamond almonds are an absolute staple. These is, let's see, it's like 170 calories for 28 nuts or 1 serving. Absolutely delicious, healthy fat, so you can get a little bit more calories in. Also, I do love trail mix. So this is a, holy crap. I guess I didn't put the lid on all the way, but Maisie's here waiting for me to spill. But yeah, so we have some trail mix right here. Let's see. So this is, let's see, you can see peanuts, raisins, milk chocolate candies, almonds, dried sweet cherries. So these are absolutely delicious. A handful is almost, let's see, per serving, it's 180 calories per 37 grams, or a quarter cup, which I would say is about a handful. So that's like 200 calories a handful. But tip number 4, find high calorie dense foods. Olive oil is another one. I personally like to cook with a lot of olive oil and butter just to get my calories up. But yeah, tip number 4, more high calorie dense foods. Substitute in the higher calorie version if you're used to using the low calorie version on the cut. Also, one quick addition, another one of my favorites when bulking are these Power Crunch bars. These things are 220 calories for 13 grams of fat, 12 grams of carbs, and 13 grams of protein. So these are absolutely delicious. They're like wafer thin. I could probably eat 2 or 3 of these in one sitting, but I do them myself to maybe like 1 or 2 a day. I'm about to head to the gym and wanted to go over tip number 5 with you guys, and it's to keep your diet, even on a bulk, relatively clean. Yes, you can work in things like I have 2 Rice Krispie treats for my pre-workout snack, as well as an apple. Things in moderation are fine, but overall keep it clean. I've done bulks where I've done the FYM, if it fits your macros style, and that just kind of led to me being a little bit chubbier, holding on to a little bit more water and a little bit more fat, because I wasn't concerned with the actual quality of food I was putting in my body, more so just the amount of calories and the macros. So I was eating things like, Five Guys, and then protein shakes and Greek yogurts. It was too much of like a balance, thinking I could fit in any food I want, but I highly recommend sticking with things like lean protein sources, get your fruits and vegetables in your diet, have a smoothie like I did earlier, pre-workout snack, sure, have some Rice Krispie treats. And also, one of the big things I use for balance is, where are these little guys? These little drumsticks. So I would say these are kind of like my sweet treat. These are about 100 to 120 calories each. I have one of those every night, but that's after having eggs in the morning, and then a Chipotle bowl at home with chicken thighs, and then pasta with some ground beef, and keeping it very, very clean. And then I have things like Rice Krispie treats and little drumsticks as kind of like sweet treats and snacks that have some sugar in them. But yeah, tip number 5, keep your diet clean. Your body's gonna thank you. It's gonna keep you leaner. It's gonna make you build more muscle. High quality food is key, and a clean diet, even on a bulk, is tip number 5. Also, while I'm here with Maisie, it reminded me a little bit bonus tip. Walk after your meals. It's gonna do a couple things. One, it's gonna help with your digestion. So when you have a lot of food in your stomach, when you're bulking, eating a lot of times digestion becomes an issue if you're having a lot of food in your system. I highly recommend a 5 to 10 minute walk after each meal. Help your digestion, get your steps in, still keep your kind of cardio up, because you wanna keep your heart and lungs healthy throughout the bulk, not just worry about the muscles that you see, but also the muscles inside. So the biggest thing there is just to make sure you're still active, getting your steps in. I think a couple walks every day after your meals is a great way to still stay on track, get your step goal, hit your cardio, and of course, take your pets outside, show them you love them, take them on a walk, all that good stuff. Yep, but those are my top 5 bulking tips for you guys. Eat early and frequently. Make sure you drink some calories, get a little bit more liquid calories in your diet so it's easier to get those calories down. Meal prep. Swap in some high calorie options like avocado, peanut butter, trail mix, almonds, all that good stuff. And then 5, still keep it clean. The goal with this is not to just add weight, but add good weight. We wanna build muscle, not just add fat. So keep your diet clean, train hard, and you'll get the gains you want. But if you have any other tips that I missed, go ahead and leave those down in the comments below. Maybe they'll help someone out that's watching the video as well and is a hard gainer like the rest of us. But yep, I'll end the video here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys next time. Right, Maisie? Peace.